morning. Good afternoon, students. Today we will discuss remaining property of Laplace transform. Time differentiation or differentiation in time domain. If Laplace transform of x of t is x of s and ROC is R, then Laplace transform of dx by dt is given by s x of s. But ROC is same, ROC is equal to R. By the definition of inverse Laplace transform, x of t is given by 1 by 2 pi j integration x of x multiplied by exponential st ds. Then if we differentiate both sides, then we get dx by dt is equal to integration x of s d by dt est multiplied by ds. And from differentiating est, we get an expression like this. And we can say from this expression we can say that this is the inverse Laplace transform of s x of s. So we can say that Laplace transform of dx by dt is given by s multiplied by x of s, and this is the general formula for differentiation in time domain. Meaning of time differentiation property: differentiating a signal in time domain is equivalent to multiplying its Laplace transform by s in frequency domain. Similarly, differentiation in s domain. For differentiation in x domain, we start with x of s is equal to integration x of t exponential minus st dt, and if we differentiate both sides, we get dx by ds and integration x of s multiplied by ds by dt of exponential minus st into dt. And if we differentiate exponential minus est, we get this expression, and so we can say that Laplace transform of minus t x of t is equal to dx x of s by ds, and ROC is unchanged in this case. And meaning of differentiation in s domain: differentiating the sequence in s domain is equivalent. Differentiation the sequence in s domain is equivalent to multiplying the sequence in time domain by minus t. Let us solve a problem based on time scaling property. If Laplace transform of sin t divided by t is given by tan inverse 1 by s, then find out Laplace transform of sin at divided by t. This is given that sin t divided by t is given by tan inverse 1 by s. So by using time scaling property, we know that x of a time Laplace transform of x of at is given by 1 by absolute value of a x of s by a. Here, then if we calculate the Laplace transform of sine 80 by 80, we get, according to time scaling property, we get 1 by absolute value of a tan inverse, because this is the Laplace transform of sine t by t. So we get sine inverse 1 by s by a. So 1 by a Laplace transform of sine 80 divided by t is equal to this, and Laplace transform of sine 80 divided by t is tan inverse a by. Next question is based on differentiating property of Laplace transform. If x of t is equal to impulse or delta t minus delta t minus 2, then find out the Laplace transform of d square x by dt square. Here x of t is given by this expression. Taking Laplace transform of both sides, we get this. Laplace transform of xt is given by x of s, and this is equal to Laplace transform of delta function minus the Laplace transform of del t minus 2. We know that Laplace transform of delta function is 1. So Laplace transform of this is 1, and this in this expression, if we want to calculate Laplace transform of this term, we use time shifting property. So Laplace transform of x t minus tau t minus t naught is given by exponential minus s t naught multiplied by x of s. This is the time shifting property of Laplace transform. Using this property, we can calculate or determine the Laplace transform of del t minus 2. Here t naught is replaced by 2, so we get exponential minus 2s, and since Laplace transform of delta function is 1, this term is multiplied by 1 and we get the Laplace transform of del t minus 2 is equal to exponential minus 2s. And substituting the value of this and this term, we get x of s, or Laplace transform of x of t is given by 1 minus exponential minus 2s. First we find the value of x of Laplace transform of x of t, which is given by this expression. Then we have to calculate the Laplace transform of d square x by dt square. We know this property, and according to this property, d square x, x by dt square is given by s raised to the power 2, because here and value of n is 2, raised to the power 2, and multiplied by x of s, and x of s is given by 1 minus exponential minus 2s. And ROC is same as the ROC of original signal, x of delta of t, and ROC of delta of t is entire S plane. The next property is convolution property. If Laplace transform of x of t is x of s and Laplace transform of h of t is h of s, then find out the Laplace transform of x of t convolution h of t. ROC in this case is R1, ROC in second signal is R2, and ROC of this signal is intersection of R1 and R2. From the definition of convolution, yt is given by x1 tau multiplied by h t minus tau d tau and integration, limit of integration from minus infinity to plus infinity. Then taking Laplace transform of both sides, we get y of s is equal to integration from minus infinity to plus infinity, integration from minus infinity to plus infinity, x of tau, h of h, t minus tau, d tau multiplied by exponential minus st dt. We can change the order of integration because x of tau does not depend upon t. So we take integration x of tau and d tau from out of this integration sign. So we get integration x of tau square bracket integration minus infinity to plus infinity h t minus tau exponential minus st dt. And this is the Laplace transform of h t minus tau. This is the Laplace transform of h t minus tau. If suppose that Laplace transform of h of t is given by h of x, then from shifting property, Laplace transform of x t minus t naught is given by this, or in this case t naught is tau. So we can say that this term is replaced by h of s exponential minus s tau d tau, and this is h of s is constant term. We can take this to constant term out of integration sign, and this is x of s, or Laplace transform of x of tau. This is given by ys is given by h of s multiplied by x of s. Meaning of convolution property: the convolution of two signals in time domain becomes a simple multiplication process in transform domain or in S domain. Then next is time integration property. If x of Laplace transform of x of t is given by x of s and ROC is R, then integration minus infinity to t x of tau d tau is given by x of s divided by f. And in differentiation property, this s is multiplied, and in integration, this s is x of s is divided by s. We start with this x of t convolution u of t, and according to the definition of convolution, this is given by integration from minus infinity to plus infinity x of tau u t minus tau d tau. Okay, and we know that unit step function ut minus tau is 1 for t is greater than or equal to tau, and this is equal to 0 otherwise. For t is greater than tau, or it means that tau is less than t, and this is the upper limit of this integration. So value of ut minus tau is 1, and upper limit is changed from plus infinity to t, and x of t convolution u of t is given by integration minus infinity to t x tau theta, because here we substitute ut minus tau is 1. Value of ut minus tau is 1, so we get this equation. Then taking Laplace transform of both sides, if we take Laplace transform of convolution of two signals, we get Laplace transform is multiplied in S domain. So Laplace transform of x of t is given by x of s. Laplace transform of ut is 1 by s, and this is the Laplace transform of integration of x of t. So we can say that Laplace transform of integration of this is given by x of s divided by s, where ROC is R intersection rho greater than 1. This is the ROC of unit step function. Integration in time domain signal correspond to the division by s in Laplace domain. Similarly, integration in s domain, in this case it is divided by t. According to the definition of Laplace transform, x of s is given by exponential, integration minus infinity to plus infinity x of t exponential minus st dt. Integrating both sides, integration x of s ds, and limit is from s to infinite. Similarly, we take integration in this, and changing the order of integration of the right hand side. If we change the order of integration, means integration from infinity to infinity x of t, integration from s to infinity exponential minus st ds. Then integrate this, we get exponential minus st divided by minus t, and if we substitute the limit of integration s and infinite, we get this expression, and in this expression value of exponential minus infinite is 0, so we get integration minus infinity to plus infinity x of t divided by t exponential minus es minus st multiplied dt. So we get the desired result, and ROC is same as in case of original signal x of t. Meaning of integration in S domain: if Laplace transform of x of t exists, then the integral of corresponding transform with respect to S in frequency domain will correspond to the division by t in time domain. Now we will take 5 minute break. Laplace transform of periodic signal. If x of t is periodic function with fundamental period t0, that means x of t is equal to x of t plus t naught, then Laplace transform of x of t is equal to 1 by 1 minus exponential minus st multiplied by x of s. From the definition of unilateral Laplace transform, in unilateral, either this limit is 0 or this limit is 0. In this case, this limit is 0, minus infinity is converted into 0. So, Laplace transform of x of t is given by integration Laplace transform of x of t is given by integration from 0 to infinity x of t exponential minus st dt. Clear? Then since x of t is periodic function, we can write this periodic function is like this. This is first term, second term. Means this is from 0 to t naught. This is period time period is t naught. Then for second term, which is periodic from t naught to 2 t naught. Third, 2 t naught to 3 t naught, and so on. Or we know that signal x of t is periodic, so x of t is equal to x of t plus t naught is equal to x of t plus 2 t naught is equal to so on. So t is equal to t plus t naught in second term. In third term, t is equal to t plus 2 t naught in third term. Then this equation becomes integration 0 to t naught x of t exponential minus st dt, integration from 0 to t naught x of t plus t naught exponential minus s t plus t naught dt, and similarly we can write third term also. And by using time shifting property, then by simplifying these equations we get exponential minus s t naught is a constant term, so we take this term out of integration. Similarly, we take this term out of integration, and if we take common integration from 0 to t naught x of t exponential minus st dt, if we take this term common, we get an expression like this, and this is also converted into sum of this series. Symmetric series is 1 by 1 minus exponential s t naught. So we can write this equation as integration from 0 to t naught x of t exponential minus st dt divided by 1 minus exponential minus s t naught. Okay, and this is Laplace transform of xt. So we write this as a x of s divided by 1 minus exponential s t naught. Meaning of this property: If function is periodic with time period t0, then calculate Laplace transform of first term only. If x of t is periodic with period t0, then calculate or determine Laplace transform of first term only, and then total Laplace transform is obtained simply by multiplying the Laplace transform of first term by this factor. This is x of s is Laplace transform of first term, and if x of t is periodic, then we multiply, take the Laplace transform of first term and then multiply that Laplace transform by 1 by 1 minus st. Initial value theorem. If Laplace transform of x of t is x of s, then initial value theorem is stated as Laplace transform of limit t approaches 0 x of t is equal to limit s approaches infinite. Here t approaches 0, here s approaches infinite, s multiplied by x of s. This is initial value theorem. And final value theorem, if Laplace transform of x of t is given by x of s, then according to final value theorem, Laplace transform of limit t approaches infinite x of t is equal to limit s approaches 0 s x of x. This is the summary of Laplace transform. Linearity, time shifting, then shifting in S domain or frequency shifting, time scaling, differentiation in time domain, and this is the ROC. Differentiation in S domain, convolution, and ROC is intersection of both signal. Then convolution. In convolution, if signal is convoluted in time domain, their Laplace transform is multiplied in S domain. Integration. In integration, Laplace transform is divided by S. Integration in S domain, x of t is divided by t. Wait for a minute. Partial fraction expansion method. This in next class we will discuss this method, but these 3 points we discuss only these 3 points. The nature of time domain signal, that means whether a signal is right-handed If signal is right-handed, that means the signal is causal, or left-handed anti-causal is decided by the following rules. Means you can decide the time domain signal x of t by the following rules in Laplace transform. When the pole lies, when the poles lie to the left-hand side of ROC, if all the poles lie to the left-hand side of ROC, then corresponding signal is right-handed side. It means that corresponding signal is causal, and that means that signal is multiplied by u of t. Clear? And second rule, when poles lie to the right hand side of ROC, then corresponding signal is left hand side or anticausal. That means it is multiplied by u of minus t. And for bilateral side, if poles lie on both sides of ROC, it means that is bilateral transform. Clear? Then class is over.